To battle, packmates! And welcome back to another episode of Starfleet Command. Orion Pirates +1. I'm Fleet Admiral Tarek of the heavy battlecruiser Call of the Wild. I guess I'm going to say it like that almost every single time. As we continue our campaign against the Hydran Star Kingdom, and we are nearing the end of this campaign. Indeed, there are merely 5 tiles that belong to the Hydrans left. The one up here, which is a planet and a starbase, only has an Empire Defense of 19, and then their other Bastion of Hope only has an Empire Defense of 10. Oh, we are so close to really taking them completely down. So let's set off into space in order to make sure that we actually take things down. We're going to take MET-10 patrol, avoid the ambush just a little bit. The ambush could turn out to be amazing, especially at this part of the campaign where they're only down to basically 2 tiles that can produce anything. I mean, I forgot I can't move. I mean, there is a bit of a situation where where they only have a single star. They have 2 star bases and a planet left. And I'm sure that they receive some sort of economic bonus for having the other tiles, but it can't be much at this point. So yeah, we're facing a heavy cruiser and some pirates because apparently somebody decided to pay them off, and it is a DGXP. I don't anticipate that being a super amazingly powerful. However, there is also an LFF. It's a friendly Marak Killer, an excellent name for any Hydran vessel. And if you disagree, you are the enemy. In addition, we are also being escorted by the Brigand because we can bring our pirates too. And we're scaring off against a single heavy cruiser, another heavy cruiser, and a light cruiser. Light cruiser is an MNX, don't anticipate it being a super big problem. And this is a heavy raider, also don't anticipate being a super huge problem. You, on the other hand, could be a nightmare. Nightmares incarnate of horror and death and things we do not want to deal with. So we're going to kick our electronic countermeasures up to maximum levels and pour everything else we've got into the shield, which we will then steal all that shield energy so that we can move at a higher pace, because trundling along at this speed is not particularly interesting. Now, we have recently started doing streaming a little bit more often, and I'm going to try and get into doing it more often again, because I kind of want to, well, I want to play it with you guys, and it's a lot of fun when we actually go out streaming. If you haven't caught it, we've done 2 streams in the past week, and both of them occurred pretty much immediately after the Trek Yards ended streaming. Captain Foley himself, if you don't know who he is, well then you need to immediately go right now, pause this video, and go check out the Trek Yards channel, because they just have everything you could ever want for, well, looking through Star Trek stuff. They do in-depth breakdowns on starships, and if you know them, or if you know me and not them, then you have some really interesting YouTube habits. But in any event, Captain Foley has started streaming Starfleet Command 1, and he intends to stream Starfleet Command 2 just as soon as he can get it to work. And because of that, I decided I wanted to show off the game a little bit to anybody who might still be watching streams at that point. And so we did a stream a couple of days ago where we flew a heavy cruiser, the Constitution class, and a stream more recently where we flew a Dreadnought, because it was a Federation-class Dreadnought, and Captain Foley does love his triple nacelle Dreadnoughts, or so I believe. So yeah, if you haven't caught them, go check it out on the channel. They're a bit long, I'll grant you. The first one wasn't as long as the second, but I think we did a lot of fun stuff during them. And it would be, I would like to share all that fun stuff that we did with them. I'm going to, like I said, I'm going to try and set up a little bit more of a consistent stream schedule. That way, it's easier for people to catch, because just doing streams on the fly where suddenly, hey, randomly, Tarak is now streaming, that's not so great for the peoples. And so I'm all about the peoples, I assure you. In any event, yeah, I'm going to try and set up a little bit more of a kind of dedicated schedule. Haven't really decided when I'm going to do that. I am a little bit interested to see what you guys have to think about, what times are good for you. Can't guarantee that the times that I'll be able to stream will at all coincide with those, but it's always nice to try and make things work out. Coming in for yet another pass here. He just does not have a whole heck of a lot left. Oh, we have Gatling phasers. It is the greatest of, I don't know, irony? Payback, yeah. The greatest payback to be able to destroy a Hydran ship with Gatling phasers. That's probably the one thing that makes me say that the X-type heavy cruiser for the Lyrans is better than a Muller. Maybe. Possibly. Okay, that's a stretch even a little bit for me, so we're going to have to think about that one. But as we come in, they're down to their light cruiser and their heavy raider still. And it looks like their heavy raider is getting totally beat to death by our heavy raider. So let's quickly come in here and inform this guy that he is no longer allowed to mess with our heavy raider. He's got to mess with us first. And dealing a little bit of damage, ripping up some shielding. Oh, did you just... Okay, never mind. He killed our heavy raider. I thought we were winning, but no, we were in fact losing. Where is the Marak Slayer? The Marak Slayer is also dead. Okay. Should not have brought the Marak Slayer to a fight against Hydra. That appears to have been a major mistake, and now I have fighters coming in on me. On a rear open shield, can I switch in time? I can switch in time, but I have a larger ship about to be on my 6. But I am forcing these Killer B3s to go back. Avant, which we have no interest in you. We've lost one of our expanding sphere lances, which I'm really not a fan of that happening because I like having my expanding sphere lances. They're a very useful piece of technology. And also, this will mean that we probably have to go home for a bit. I don't want to go home. I want to keep the aggression going until the end of time, because the sooner we destroy this planet, the sooner we have a base of operations to work against the next target. Taking quite a bit of damage on this one. ESG on, and hopefully the range is not going to work for me. But it does pop up in time. Let's go over here to the helm and say, hey, well, we're going this way. We're going to reverse course as fast as we can. And right on towards him. Hi, I'm coming for you, and you can't stop me. Disruptors? A little bit of disruptor fire. That's probably why our forward shield's so badly damaged, because we ended up trying to be a bit too aggressive with those disruptors. Oh, I think we have another ESG. Yes, that we can turn on. Shredded him. And now we'll come in against this other heavy raider, and he's pretty heavily armed, actually. Defensive tractor beams, engage. We don't really have much in the way of point defense systems, but we're going to try. Can I get a rear-firing phaser of some description to fire at the enemy? Alright, we're taking a little bit more damage than I really want, but that's okay. Well, it's not okay, but we'll deal as we do. Steadily going to rip them apart. Now, one of the great things about fighting these guys is the fact that they steadily try and kill themselves as they fly. Pirates have access to a piece of equipment known as the engine doubler, or maybe it's just a technique of just being crazy and trying to double engine power. And that system allows them to get double the engine, as one might imagine, for constant engine damage that it takes. Ow! That one hurt a lot. So we'll pop over here, repair that, fix that, put that on the menu as well. I think I've got him, though. I mean, yeah, we're in a pretty rough spot here, with him right behind me. But at the end of the day, I'm gonna slow down. I'm gonna slow way down, let him pass in front of me. Because that's really the problem here. Although speed is 6.5. Oh, I think he's gonna have to. He doesn't want to, but he's gonna have to, and we're just gonna maul him as he comes by. Just bit by bit, we'll rip him to shreds. Make sure that we have everything in the repair queue, because I don't want to have to spend too much time. Not everything got fixed. Oh well. At least the ESG lances, and that's a big deal, because it's a big, meaty weapon that we kind of need at full power at all times. Now I think we're, what, maybe 3 missions away from neutralizing this tile, unless we flip it early? And we didn't flip it early, unfortunately. Pop over here, and then we'll immediately pop back. Yeah, we're damaged, but I want to keep the pressure going. The Empire defense is down to 14, so... Oh, it's a diplomatic delivery? Really? Or a distress call. Distress call? Let's answer a distress call. I haven't ever done that before, I don't think. So we'll find out exactly what's going on. We have received a distress call somewhere within system 3X13Y. Your mission is to get out there and determine if it's a disturbance, and if so, take appropriate action. Red alert and sit still. We have some repairs to effect. Fix the Gatling first, then the X. I anticipate them to be done shortly. And you know what? Go in there and fix the transporters too, because we kind of want everything actively working. We do have a friendly vessel off in the distance, the Tail Snapper. That's a very interesting name. Kind of reminds me of Whippersnapper. Get over here, you guys, Star Whippersnapper. I'm sorry, I'll never do that again. Even I thought that was dumb. So we have the gorgeous green nebula over there, along with the purple nebula off over in this distance. Or is it a purple nebula or just like an electric boogaloo going on? I don't know. I don't really care. It's a pretty interesting thing to enjoy. Anyway, that, however, is just gorgeous. That's my favorite. It's got to be my favorite background. It's just beautiful, isn't it? Just so inviting and green. It's like the bright healing green, too, that you expect in video games. Alright, we have some power to sap into the engines. Let's put things forward. I'm not going to invest in other things just at the moment. I'm going to only go at speed so that we can, well, charge things up. Yeah, we've got the Phaser X now being worked on. Excellent. I'm going to put 6 points of energy into the ECM system, but I am not going to... We're also going to shut this off. You don't have battery power. Just ignore it. What was I about to say? Yeah, I'm putting power towards the electronic countermeasures, but I'm not going to actually set up the whole you must charge the countermeasure system until we actually get towards the enemy. That will allow us to be in a position to immediately switch up to maximum power. But I still don't see the enemy. Where is he? Can I hail? I can't. Let's increase the speed of time. I want to see what's going on. Where is the enemy? What's going on? Do we contact the tail snapper or what? We did this mission because we haven't done it before, and I'm kind of interested to see what happens. We normally do the much more offensive style missions where we go out and we kill somebody, but hey, there's other types that are out there. Just because I try and go out and cause as much damage as possible doesn't mean that there isn't quite a decent amount of mission variety in this game. So, can I hail you yet? Because you seem like the kind of target that I would want to hail. Let's go with deep scan. See what's gonna go on here. We'll start to slow down. Hi, tail snapper. What's going on? How are you? Interesting. He has nothing in the hold that I think I would care about. Activate the tractor beam. Let's see what we're dealing with here. I'm gonna hold him in a tractor beam and maybe that'll do something. Maybe that will trigger something or other. Alrighty, let's quickly check to see what our mission briefing was. Save allies from the hydrants. Neutralize all enemies. Interesting. Maximize speed time and also show me the big map. The map is not that big. It's maybe 100 across. So did we win already? Did the hydrants just not show up? That's entirely possible. Full powered engines. We're just gonna drag this guy around as we look for hydrants. He does slow us down pretty decent amount, I believe. But to be accepted. Huh. I'm wondering if he got stuck, because that can happen sometimes with some mission types, is the AI can just get like, hey, you have orders to move here, but then the AI doesn't quite understand what the heck's going on. And if that's the case, then he should be somewhere over in this corner over here, at least according to the original map that we saw. And also because we were already in a corner. So we're just going to take a nice little fun trip off in this direction. And hey, maybe we'll find something. Just a quick check. Okay, no, we can't shoot him. Just had to check, because you never know. Sometimes the enemy is there, and you don't even realize it. In fact, we're going to bring up the Marines. No, it's controlling race hydrants. Okay. Okay, so no enemies there. I think I'm just going to drag him off the map. Give me tractor control. Let's rotate him around. Make sure we're maximum speed time. The reason why I'm rotating around is I want him to get off the map before I do. Also, because of warp speed tow. Wasn't there some kind of problem with that in Star Trek? I'm pretty sure there was an episode of The Next Generation that dealt with a warp speed tow being a bad idea. But maybe not. So we're going to push him right off the map. And yeah, just double checking. Yeah, there's no enemies and there's no option here on the communication panel, so it's a huge waste of everybody's time. But hey, we got to avoid, I think it was a diplomatic delivery. Off to warp! Mission failed. There was nothing to fail. There was no enemies. I think we don't take distress missions in the future. We'll just suck it up and play the other thing. I don't believe in your failure. I was quite successful. There is no enemy. And I dragged him off the map with me. You failed in your primary mission, but at least you sent a message to the hydrants. I have no idea what they're talking about. But it gave us an opportunity to repair before we launch ourselves into a shipyard assault. We're going to continue to blow up as many shipyards as we can possibly find. Set their economy back as far as possible. Red alert and stand still. We have a C7 on our side, the Duel Slayer. C7's not exactly the biggest ship ever. We're also facing off against a light cruiser and a frigate. Excellent! This is exactly the kind of force mix that I want to fight. A completely unfair battle. Also because we're going to have to blow things up after we finish dealing with them. Speed of time up, please. Just so I can get the phaser capacitor charging, because we're not doing anything until then. The penalties of playing hydrants. Alright, we have power. Let's go. So we'll set ourselves up. Maximum electronic countermeasures, maximum forward shield, and reinforce everything. Well, just the forward shield, really. Who cares about anything else? And make sure that electronic countermeasure stays on. Very important. That's a critical part of the strategy. Is having the electronic countermeasures completely buzzing away, making him confused as to what's going on, and hopefully making him surrender because of it. Well, that won't happen, but hey, we can give it a shot. You are an LNH1X, so you are some sort of... I don't know what the heck you are, actually. You're some kind of heavy something, I would assume. But then again, it is hydrants. They tend to name their things after things. They have, like, Lord Bishop class cruiser and Lord Marshal instead of, say, a heavy bombardment cruiser and a fast cruiser. But who am I to judge? Oh yeah, I'm the player. So of course I get to judge everything. How many fighters are we dealing with here? Show me your killer bees. 4. That's not terrible, actually. So we'll make sure that the phasers are set to overload. We'll make sure the ESG is set to a minimum radius. I'm actually going to slow it down a little bit. Just give me slightly more time while I charge up the phaser bees. And he is turning off hard. He does not want anything to do with me. And, okay, I'll set this out to here. Kick it on. And I'm going to set up Fire Group 4. You have no more fighters, my friend. And heavy fighters got through. 128 damage is what got through because I did 5 of the disruptors. Oh, that was enough. Yeah, that was all we need. So we've shattered him. So C7 Battle Cruiser. C7s are awesome. They were one of our main ships during our first Klingon campaign. And they are just cool. They look like up-armored D7s, which is kind of exactly what they are. And I'm a huge fan of the class. So as we come in here, we're going to hopefully rip him completely open. It's also, if I'm not mistaken, the ship that you fly as during... Is it the green and the gold? I think it's the green and the gold. They give you a C7 versus a couple of D7s. Mainly because it can't be too fair of a fight. You're Klingon after all. Getting a decent amount of damage in there, and finally shattering him. We're looking at Gorn Stardocks, so they will be equipped with plasma torpedoes for all that scary, nasty goodness. Or madness, depending on your view of things. Which, of course, yeah, it's pretty bad, actually. Set the ESGs down to minimum range values. We're fully charged up there. He's already fired a plasma torpedo. And how much speed can I get out of this rust bucket? Okay, it's a brand new, top-of-the-line, never-before-used vessel. It's not a rust bucket. I'm sorry. I know that I have a problem with hydrants, but even I can see that they try sometimes. And it's really hard, guys. You shouldn't be mean to them. No, but the Lyrans are... Was I talking about Lyrans as hydrants? Jeez. I'm a mess. Let's increase all weapon systems and point-blank range. Open them up. And that broke him before we could do anything about it. Excellent. And now we slow down, and we'll maximize the speed of time. Because we have a whole bunch of systems to charge. I'm not really fussed about the C7 finally getting in here. Oh, he realized the enemy's there, maybe? He's only traveling at a speed of 8, so it's kind of hard to tell. But it seems like he might know what's going on. I'm going to zigzag a little bit. Just wait for him to burn off his plasma torpedo from a range that can't actually hurt me, and then we'll go right on in. Unfortunately, it wasted some Gatling phasers, which I would like to use to annihilate the enemy. You can shoot all you want. It's not going to help you. All additional weapons. Shattered you. And coming around to the last one. C7 turning and... No, he's just trundling along. Just plotting at speed of 8. You are in one of the coolest, sleek... Well, not sleek, but coolest, fastest battle cruisers that you can get for the Klingons. Like, everything that you do should be all about that speedy aggression. There you go. Thank you. See, he heard my words. He heard my words and believed them. Fool. Now we'll just cruise on in here, wait for him to fire off his plasma torpedo, then we'll lunge on in and rip him to shreds, as he deserves to be. There's a lot of missiles coming his way, so I'm going to anticipate... Well, actually, I was going to anticipate a Wild Weasel shuttle, but yeah, that'll also work. He's holding on to that. Alright, let's get in for our kill. Oh, we didn't even hit bump him with the generator. It's kind of surprising to me, actually. I was expecting to bowl him over. But no, he died to just unrelenting firepower. Which is a good thing to die to. 450 prestige, of course, for our efforts. And it's neutral! Oh, it's neutral. Please not a shipyard assault. Please not a shipyard assault. That's all I ask of you. Make it a patrol. Make it an ambush mission. Just not a shipyard assault. Or not a... I meant not a starbase assault. I'm going to go with the shipyard assault. Yeah, the planetary assault would probably be more appropriate. But... we don't really have any siege weaponry. Oh god. Well. That was mean. They're like, if you're not going to take the planetary assault, well then we're just going to make sure that you understand exactly what you're getting into. We've got a Regent class and a Paladin. Paladin doesn't carry super many fighters, but the Regent might. Do we try? Tell me. Tell me what is in my shuttle bay. I have 2 pseudo-frigates, so I am fully equipped with pseudo-frigates. We have to try. A success on this mission means a victory. Means that we've taken their final planet. A failure on this mission could result in it flipping back, and when it flips back at like 25-30%. So we can't afford not to try. Click on the electronic countermeasures. Click on the forward shields. Reinforce all systems. Fighter bays, I want them deployed now. Let's start immediately just messing with their targeting systems. I don't know what kind of fighter presence we're going to run into, but I have a suspicion that he's probably got about 8, and he might have about 4. That would be a dangerous enough force to cause a major problem. We must not fire the disruptors from a range within splashback, which is about 2.5. So disruptors must be fired early. ESG, I would like to be able to fire on target, but we're about to find out if we're going to do that. That was 8. Okay, so we've confirmed that. All right, now we got to come in and deal with everything. The ESG, monkey, ESG set to a range of 2, and we'll start immediately pulling around. He hit us with some of the Hellbores, and mine. Lots of incoming Hellbores, but we avoided that one. Okay, pulling away, directly away. We've got to pull the fighters out of position. ESG to active, because I think we got the fighters out. Phasers, defensive mode, all phasers on point defense. Okay, there we go. So we've taken out the first group of fighters. How many do you got? A whole bunch of them. Jeez, okay. So we're just going to continue coming around the corner. How fast are you doing? 16.8? That's good. I'm doing 21. We're going to continue to go after the fighters. I'm going to ignore everything else. Yeah, that's really badly damaging my rear shield, but that's an acceptable loss at this point, in my opinion. Click on reinforcement on the rear shield if at all possible. Did I kick that on? Was that me? No, it wasn't. Okay, 4. 4 is going to engage at range. Now phaser follow-up. More phaser follow-up. And 1 fighter left. Come on, take it out. Anything. Ow! Okay, no, we're done. We took too much damage. We took too much damage killing the fighters. We have lost half of our shields. Our forward systems are down. We didn't have any belt armor to begin this fight with. So yeah, we're done. We're done and gone. Oh, that's frustrating. Because we're so close to taking it. Holy crap, how many shots do you have? Yeah, damage across all decks, so yellow alert, shut off the weapons. I need speed. No, did I just get us killed? I think I just got us killed. My eyes were bigger than my stomach. I was anticipating that the pseudo-frigates would draw more fire than they did. Oh, that's frustrating. So frustrating. Hopefully this doesn't switch the tile back to them. Because if it does, that's just extended the campaign significantly, and I do not want that. Oh. I shouldn't have gone in against 2 Dreadnoughts in a Lyran X-type heavy cruiser. It didn't. Put us in a light cruiser Vicious, but you know what? I've got 6,000 prestige. Let's buy something quick. DN? No, thank you. I want another X-type ship. XCA, thank you. Buy. Supply yard. Trade in. Let's maximize this ship. Accept. So we're going to maximize the ship. However, it has come to my attention that it is the end of the episode. We have gone to as much as we can. The planet is neutral and vulnerable. If we can make it there quickly enough, we might be able to steal it. But that is going to be a challenge to get to. So, while I quickly armor up everything, I've been Tirak. If you like what you've been seeing, hit that like button and subscribe. If you want to see a notification every time I post one of these videos, press that little bell icon, leave a comment, and I will see you all in the next episode.